Yo guys, what's up? Okay, very quick video. I'll tell you exactly how this video came to be. I'm actually still processing it in my brain, but this is just to show you guys you don't have to have everything planned out for you guys to get ready and go. So this is exactly how this all happened today. I was taking my walk at the park as usual for about an hour that I do, and I was thinking, what should I do my video about next? And because I have so many topics to do it on, I was contemplating different subjects, and I was talking to a new friend of mine that I met through YouTube, and we were talking about meditation, about the soul, about the mind, etc. But at this point, I didn't know what to make the video on. So then I started talking to my friend, my cow friend, cow dog, and I've known cow dog since he was a little calf, little baby, and I started to notice that he started to act pretty rowdy towards the end when I said that I had to go. He got pretty upset, and then when I finished my walk, I walked to the end of the park, and guess who's there? Cow dog is there. So the first thing that came to mind was like, how is the rope so long of cow dog? But then I looked, and he had actually broken free. And this is pretty interesting that this has happened to cow dog, because this is actually happening to a lot of people that I'm interacting with, even the people that don't know I have a YouTube channel where I talk about these topics. It seems like everyone around me now wants to break free. They want to be a sovereign in a way. They want out of a situation that they're currently in. So what happened next? Cow dog just started like walking in front of me, and then I actually started running away. So I had to put my camera phone down and grab the rope, because this cow's, even though it's sort of like a baby still, this thing is like 500 pounds, at least 600 pounds. I'm not sure how much a baby cow weighs, but these things are extremely heavy. So I actually, at one point, I grabbed the rope, and I managed to tie it around like one of these sticks that's kind of like dug into the ground, one of these fences. And then the cow broke free from that too. But then I actually, I ended up saving the cow. I brought it back to its owner. And, these things are commodities, and they're actually worth a lot of money for people out here, because this is what all people have out here. Sometimes they have two, three cows, and this is where the majority source of their income comes from. These cows, they sell the milk, they sell the cheese, etc. So then I got my idea. I was asking God, what should I make my next video on? And then cow dog is like trying to headbutt me. It actually almost headbutted my face. And then it showed me, like, I let nature communicate to me. And this has come through practice, right? But you could communicate with nature. You have the ability to communicate with either cows or dogs or chickens or panthers, etc. And a lot of you guys out there might be like, what is he talking about? He's crazy. But did you know there's a lady out there that actually can communicate with animals? And like, you guys probably thought she was crazy, she was making it up. And they actually tested her many, many times, and it's only made her more famous, because she can obviously communicate with these other animals. I'm going to try to find a video somewhere and just kind of post it on here. But she has proven that you could actually communicate with animals by getting into some sort of meditative state, where you're just allowing this energy to flow through you, and then you can connect with the animal. But I felt a connection with cow dog, and I felt it got pretty upset when I left, and then it followed me when I left, and then it escaped. So it's like, through my energy, I helped this cow escape. And it also made me realize I also am trying to help you guys escape. I'm trying to remind you guys that these constraints and these forms of bondage that you think are keeping you enslaved to a current system, they're really not that powerful to keep you down. They're not that powerful to keep you in bondage all your life. And what's keeping you in that bondage is actually you, your own thinking, your own mind, that has convinced you that you have to stay there because of security reasons. If the cow had the capacity to think like human beings do, it would have never escaped. Because what happened later on was the cow found itself that it was by itself, and it started to panic. It started to run everywhere. And that's why I put my phone away, and I grabbed the rope with two hands, because I could not control it with one. And that's what happens to us. A lot of us that want to break free from a current situation, it could be a relationship, a job, or whatever. We start to think too much far ahead into the future, and those thoughts kill our momentum. They kill that desire or intention that we have to get out of that situation in the first place. So I want to remind you guys have it all within you to break free from your current situation, whatever that is. You have to take the step forward and trust that everything will be taken care of when you get to the new other side. Okay, it's like when you take a long road trip, you don't need to worry about what's happening in the other states or if the lights are green or red. You just have to take the first step, get to as far as you can see, make the turn, and then keep going. You know, and what made me realize this is that the cows, they're tied up to something that is actually not even that strong to keep them in bondage. But it's the idea and the belief that the cows have that they're in bondage, that they don't try to break free. And that's exactly what happens to us human beings. And it happens to us in a very deep way because we have to understand something. The people and the systems that keep us in bondage, they know you better than you know yourself. They know how your brain works. They know how your body works. They know how your stomach works. They know how your nervous system works. They know how dopamine, serotonin, melatonin. They know how your entire cellular level biological body works better than you do. So they use these things against you. You know, in my last video, I was mentioning how the people in cities, which my friend today called cities, massive chicken coops, which is true. If you go into a supermarket and you look at all these colorful cereal boxes, it makes you want to eat cereal because the boxes are all nice and colorful, really nice marketing, really nice design. It tells you it's good for your heart cholesterol, it's good for your blood, it's good for this, it's good for that, it's good for your hair, blah, blah, blah. All these cereals are promoting all these things that are really good for you. And in the end, it's concentrate. It's corn concentrate. That's what you're eating. You're eating corn and corn syrup and just foods that are meant to make you fat, unhealthy, and basically weak. You know, they take away your life force. And another topic we were discussing today, which is what happens when we're constrained into these systems, is when you're eating bad food. And these people know exactly what they're putting in the food, by the way, because when you read a food label and you read the ingredients, you have no idea what you're eating. You don't know 90% of the ingredients that are labeled on your food. You don't know exactly what these things are at all. So you have no idea what they are, but you're just consuming it anyway because it's accessible and it's cheap and it's the only thing you can buy to eat. So imagine what happens to your body after you consume these foods for many, many years. The first three chakras of your body, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, the red, orange, and yellow chakras, the first three are the energy centers at the lower half of the human being. They're like the carnal part of the body, right? The emotional, the ego, the animalistic part of the body, the survival state, the hunger, the sexual desires, the ego, the power. And that's where all of your energy is stuck. And that's where they need to keep you in bondage. Because once the energy moves up to the heart level, the heart chakra, the fourth level, that's when you begin to open up. And that's when you can start to communicate with nature. And that's when you can start to see the truth for yourself in a more clearer picture. But that's the warfare. The warfare is to keep you at a very low vibration, to feed you foods, to keep you in bondage, to make you very meek and just very low energy human beings that are in fear all of the time and survival all of the time. So keep in mind, you know, the energy centers work as channels, as holes, basically, as funnels that the energy needs to pass through, and it comes in through the perineum, it comes in through the root, and it's supposed to go up through your crown. It's supposed to go up to the crown, but because we're stuck in these energy centers, the energy never gets up there, right? So this is why I mention all the time, you guys have it all within you to escape, to break free. You just have to do the right things for your body and for your soul and for your mind. You're not going to read books or take courses and figure it out, because it's not a mental thing, it's a spiritual thing. It's a biological, cellular, and energetic body thing. So you have to do the right things, the right spiritual modalities and practices and principles for you to actually allow the energy to go up to your brain. And once it gets there, you're going to realize, hey, this is all an illusion. I don't have to be here. I don't have to have this job. I don't have to be in this relationship. I have all the time in the world to do this, but I want to break free right now. I want to break free like Cow Dog did. It broke free and then it found its way home. It's probably upset. But anyway, it's just a quick reminder. You guys have it all within you to break free whenever you want. Don't overthink it. Just trust, put your best efforts out there. Make a plan. If it doesn't work out exactly according to how your plan went, don't worry, because that's not the way life works all the time. Just trust that everything will work out in your best favor. And, you know, this is why faith is very necessary. So trade your fear for your faith. Take the steps forward. Take care of your bodies, your mind, your spirit, and let everything else go to God. So that's the message for today. I'll keep it very short. Peace and one love. Blessings.
So what a hoe go? Did you trade it in?
Perfect.